Previously on MaudeWorld.
I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Well, we're sorry if we made you sad.
We had to send riders back to Peakstock to acquisition funds.
We got your money.
Put it down by the door.
I don't trust this at all. This is not how you do a hostage negotiation.
You do what we say, or we put a bolt through his head.
I'd like to kick the door down, please.
He tackles you out of the way of the door.
They told us, do not do anything that could get the Baron killed. Trying to break down the door means they'll shoot the Baron.
I'm gonna turn to a rat. I'm gonna run up to the door and try and squeeze under.
I sure hope she doesn't get caught.
Oh no! Oh.
I wish I hadn't said that at all. Do you know what that stuff I just said? Forget it. We're going in. I'm going to shoot him.
Herb would like to grab the legs of the dead guy and pull him out of the tower and roll it downhill.
What's going on up there?
Nothing. Given the new information, would you like us to try and break in?
This appears to be some sort of study or laboratory. Damerus, you find a medallion made of bronze.
Everyone, I think I found a secret.
What appears to be some sort of large slide. Darkness. You continue, the five of you, with varying distances between you, sliding down, in a large spiral. What is it with you and dropping pencils at inopportune moments?
It's dramatic. That was great intention.
Is that what you're calling it? So, down. Herb in the lead, followed by Drake, followed by Vela, followed by Damerus, followed by Ester. Ester, you're clinging onto the rope, and eventually, as you're going down, you can just about make out Damerus in front of you, and at one point, the rope suddenly goes taut. There's still plenty of slide left in front of you.
Oh dear.
Your arms break.
Yeah, I was going to say, how precise are we being on the physics of this?
You make a strength saving throw.
Very well. That's 20.
20. The rope suddenly goes taut, and you're able to keep your grip on it. But the rope is very much taut against the wall, against the interior wall of the slide, and you're now currently stuck there.
She just wants to look up and down. Drama!
Let go of the rope. You continue down. So, Herb, as you're going down headfirst.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Like a champion. Head first, talk later.
Herb, ladies and gentlemen, Herb. So, you continue down this large spiral, down and down and down, and eventually, the floor drops away from under your feet, or your body, rather, I suppose.
Face.
And wow, that's painful. And
Ooh.
He's like riding like with his face on the slide.
nose to the grindstone, boy.
No, that's not supposed to be literal.
So, with Drake on your heels, you come out of the other end, and can you
Do we see a poop knife?
That's happened off camera. We will not mention the poop knife.
Google it.
Google it. it, and then you can send all of your thanks to Alan Connor Understore. Is that correct?
That is my Twitter, yes.
Yes. Please send all of your thanks.
It's not my poop knife. I just told everyone about the
you have to
poop
justify
knife.
that.
Anyway,
Clarify that, yeah.
getting back to the fantasy.
Oh, that wasn't the fantasy.
No, it is called that.
Poop
I
knives.
hope it wasn't.
Poop knives are very
I have something
real.
to tell you, Alex. You may be disturbed.
Right. Anyway,
You thought this was the best medium for that, really?
Alex and Andy, can I have you both make dexterity saving throws, please?
25!
Just a regular 19 for me.
Right, okay. So, you land on top of her,
Yeah.
and you
And I'm standing like this.
You're saying that?
Doing a handstand. He rolls perfectly and
There's a-
stands like that.
There's a
Like
panel
he's
of
just
the
done
red
it.
rats there
Yeah.
just holding up 10.
10.
10.
As the old saying goes, Alex, you are just the worst. So, you do roll out and come to a perfect landing, and you can't see anything.
It's nothing normal,
No.
not out of the ordinary.
But then neither can Drake. It's dark down here, and whilst you are standing in a perfect ending position, you do feel your feet very wet, and not for the reason you necessarily think.
It's happened again.
Fuck's sake, man.
No,
You went twice on the way on.
you do.
But now we're on the way down. Gravity messes with my downstairs mix-up.
So did the handstand.
And at this point, Drake, you hear running water.
Sorry.
Well, you could at least stop.
That is definitely not coming from your grandfather. No, you are standing in darkness, and Herb, your feet are wet because you appear to be standing in some sort of stream.
Teaching? Cool. So two of us had dark vision then.
Yeah.
Let's just check.
At this point, Vela, can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You actually, whereas Herb, you're standing in the perfect position. Drake, you can just about sense him like a foot or so in front of you, and then Vela, you actually fly over the two of them and come to a perfect landing, also just on the other side of this little stream. You do have dark vision, I believe, as an Eladrin, so there is no light down here.
Okay.
But you can still see shadows. You can make out the outlines of your companions, and you can make out the outline of a small little stream that appears to be flowing slightly downhill. But other than that, you can't. It's difficult to make things out, even with your dark vision, because, as I said, there is no light.
So there's no way to tell like how big the space is.
It's not a big space.
Okay.
It's you can sort of make out that it's that this little stream is heading downhill to your right, somewhat.
Sorry, do we get the impression, like, by how far and how long it took us to get down, that we're probably below ground level, as we're not still within the Wizard's Tower, probably?
You would guess so, yeah.
The Wizard's Tower is only 30 feet tall.
70
Yeah.
tall.
70?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote that down wrong. Apologies.
When we swabble, the two of us, does it like echo?
A little bit, but not much. It doesn't appear to be a very large space. Damerus, at this stage, can I have you make dexterity saving throw, please?
This is so bad.
If you hurt yourself,
16.
you're so screwed.
Yeah. No, you sort of like you sort of
Oh,
you feel.
no, sorry, that's more. 18.
18. You stumble less. You come out to the bottom of the slide, and you Drake. You feel a very slight as Damerus arrives just behind you.
Nice of you to join us.
Oh, well, yeah. I was going to try and be, I don't know, fancy, and it's just very far. What are we doing?
Damerus, you also make out the similar things that I just described. Esther.
Was it a saving throw or check?
Save it.
Very well. Oh.
Oh, shit.
That would be a 5.
5.
At least you can see your dad would.
Yeah.
Esther, you like having let go of the rope and still a fairly decent distance up, you build up the momentum again, and now that you're not hanging onto the rope, you're like you start to panic at the speed that you're building up, and you just crash into Damerus, who crashes then into Drake. The two of you keep your balance, but Esther, you sort of like whack into Damerus and then fall back against the rock, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you.
Once you've completely failed to
bash
react
the
this
rock.
whole time, it's gone. Whee!
Yeah, exactly.
Are you okay, Esther?
And you too, much like the halflings, are totally blind down here.
Dickensian,
Yes?
am I dead?
I fucking hope not, because I'm with you.
Okay, let me know.
Okay.
You all hear the
We're not dead, right? You two can see something.
Oh, I can see.
Yes,
well,
we can see.
It's dark.
Yes, it's quite dark. I guess we'll
Is
take
it-
the lead on this, Vela.
Is anybody hurt?
Well, we weren't going well before the
we
slides.
weren't going to say anything, but Dickensian and I may have set off a trap up in that first room, or in the last room rather.
Look, we don't need to go into specifics. A trap was set off. It may or may not have been by us.
Yes, and honestly, I feel like my lungs may fall out of my body at some point.
Oh.
I'm fairly sure he cuffed up one of them.
Where are
I like reach out with my tail and put my tail in the back of your hand.
Is that what you're calling it?
I cast Cure Wounds on your tail.
Prehensile.
roll your healing, Esther.
Oh, I've forgotten what the dice are.
A
Bear
D8
with
plus
me.
your wisdom modifier.
D8 plus Wiz. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Andy, I'm the DM. A D8 plus your wisdom modifier.
You have 6 back.
Hey, that's good. I feel much better. Thank you.
Good.
You got your lungs back.
Yeah. I think it's mostly back inside my body now.
That's good.
You all hear you can hear the trickling of water, and Damerus and Vela, you can just about make out where this water is coming from. It sort of flows down a rock face, so there's a very small little stream level waterfall to your left. You can't, and other than seeing sort of where the source is coming from, quite high up above, you can't really see anything more than that.
Call me crazy, but I feel like we should follow this downstream. They're probably just trudging down the hill now.
Can we hear anything? Footsteps splashing.
Make a perception check.
I'd like to listen.
Okay.
14.
19.
15.
Trip. Trip. Trip.
If they went this way, they're significantly ahead of us.
They're
Yeah.
probably a
Yeah.
good 40 minutes
40,
ago.
yes. And then the conversation with the watch. Well, okay. Who would you like to take the lead?
Sure.
I'll go somewhere. Well, I guess I'll go at the back, and
I was
so
going to say,
nothing
yeah.
sneaks up on us.
Yes, that would be a great idea.
I'm over here.
Jack, yes. Look, I'm not very perceptive at the best of times.
Oh no, I understand. I guess everyone reach forward and grab the shoulder of someone in front of you.
Okay, that's all right for one of us. The other one's not grabbing anyone's shoulder.
Yes.
I got this, don't worry. There we go.
So who's in front of home?
Is that my butt?
I thought that was your knee.
How would you?
What are you wearing on your feet? Boots?
Yeah.
Let's hold one of your bootlaces.
It's going to
It's
really
like
go
just
well.
slowly undoing the knot.
I was say, you're not that short.
Alright, well, I want to hold on to Damerus.
It's cool. Even though I'm at the back, I have my tail coming forward, just so it's like, so you know where it is. Because I'm at the back.
Damerus, I've been meaning to talk to you about that tail.
Oh, sorry, I've taken off. Sorry, I forget.
So who's...
Yeah, so what's the other... So
I'm holding
Bella's
Velafyra's elbow. Yeah.
can you reach out? How tall are you?
5 foot.
She's not, yeah. It's only,
Yeah.
I'm fine reach, maybe it's there, but I'm like 3 feet or whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying you'd have to reach out. It's not like
Yeah, no, it's not.
I put my hand on your shoulder.
height physics. So Vela, you're leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we have Herb, then we have
Drake.
Ester, Damerus.
So you're doing this, and Esther's having to do this. It's over my head, just like.
Okay. And you start making your way downstream. Okay. So you on which side of the stream are you of this current little stream, which is not like obviously those of you who can't see, you do end up stepping in it, and you do sort of feel like water around your ankles.
Oh, I cast light on my mace.
There we go. I was waiting for someone to do something.
Grandad, that is not her elbow.
Oh, I wondered why it wasn't very bony.
I am so sorry.
Jeez. Wait.
What?
Oh, you. How old are you?
Oh yeah, how old am I? Like, I think I was like...
I thought he was talking about Esther, and I was like, she's 16.
Come on, man.
Early 20s, I think. Yeah.
Well,
Equivalent or actually
The
early
equivalent.
20s.
I was going to say, for an lad, early 20s is my baby.
Yeah. Don't touch the baby.
That's
Moving
not
on.
okay.
Moving very swiftly on.
That was Annie Murray. That was Annie Murray.
So you cross light on your mace, and suddenly, yeah.
Didn't warn anyone.
I'm alive!
I already told you were alive. I'll let you know when you're dead.
Oh, fine. Great.
I'll let you know when you're dead. Such a Drake Herb thing to say. Esther casts light on her mace, and you can all now see this.
Maybe we lead with that one next time.
Sorry.
Shall we?
So you all. So yes, you have this stream is it's only about ankle deep, so it's very easy to, and it's not very wide. It's like a foot or so wide, so it's very easy to step from one side to the other. Like which side would you like to lead the way down?
How wide is it?
About a foot.
What does it look like on either side?
yeah,
Does one look more stable than the other?
It's
Now that we have some light, can I see if there are any tracks down here on either side of this stream?
make a survival check.
Does it feel like it's just like a natural tunnel that's been dug up by the water, where it doesn't feel like it was man-made, or it does?
It make a nature check.
17.
17.
Non-nat 20.
Modded 20.
Not a 20.
Not a 20. The same thing I'm also tracking.
Right. Okay. What's your wish first? It seems like a natural cave. It seems like a natural part. Obviously the slide and the shaft has been dug out, but it looks like it was designed to sort of lead to this point in this natural system. 17 and 20. Looking around, you can obviously it is stone, and it's not. This cave is not particularly dusty or anything like that, but you can make out a few faint mud prints in the track on the left hand side of the stream. It's the stream cuts straight through the middle of the path, so to speak, and you can just about make out some boot prints on the left hand side, but they don't look particularly recent.
What do you think? Left or right?
Or there's some prints on the left-hand side, but they don't look particularly recent, apparently. But it's...
But I guess if there's nothing on the right hand side...
Yeah, at least someone's going this way.
Left, I say, yes.
To the left, to the left?
Everything we own in that box other than the left.
To the left. So, you continue walking down this pathway with Esther's light providing vision for you all. And you keep following the pathway left of the stream, and as you go further downstream, which is ever so slightly on a downwards incline, the stream starts to get wider and a bit deeper, like to the point now where you're sort of in this, following this one tunnel. There's no branching off points at this stage. The river is now getting to be about 5-6 feet wide, and starting to get much deeper, more like thigh length, or I suppose waist on the halflings. Maybe even lower torso. And you keep going further, and after a few minutes, after maybe 5 minutes or so of walking down this pathway, you can see that the tunnel opens up into a much more open cavern, and you can see that the water continues into this cavern, into a large central pool that continues to flow out the other side. You can see a stream of moonlight coming down from up above and hitting the no, wait, not moonlight, because it's day. Thinking about timings. Sunlight, sorry, coming down from the central shaft, from a large shaft that's leading down, hitting the center of the pool. This shaft of light appears to continue upwards into the ceiling. You can't quite tell what the source of it is from this angle.
It's about this shaft. Does it appear to be a thick shaft, a narrow shaft?
Good question.
It appears to be a narrow shaft of light, Sarah.
Now, like lower than average.
Sorry?
Like less than average in girth of the shaft.
I mean, average varies between people, particularly between individuals of your stature, Alex. Herb, I mean.
Yeah, so it's narrower than average.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. That's what I was thinking looking at it.
Anyway. I hate you all.
I love life.
So, and yes, you just see this. This whole room is about somewhere between 30 and 40 feet wide. The pool's got about a 20-foot diameter or so. And yes, and the two pathways sort of continue around the outside of the pool.
Is there like a tunnel? Does the tunnel continue?
You can't quite tell because the room is the light doesn't quite reach to the other side from the entryway.
You're in the lead.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep walking around to the left.
So it's a 20-foot radius on this light. And we're obviously at one side. Are there any stones or anything that I could pick up and throw around? Is there any kind of debris?
Don't disturb the water.
I say that you could. Yeah, there are stray rocks around.
Could I cast light on a rock?
You can. Yes, your mace then goes out.
Can it only be done on one thing at a time?
I
I
think
believe
so.
so.
I also believe so, but the spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. Yes, indeed, it is only one. I would like to cast it on the rock and try and throw it across. I guess hopefully not waiting until we're at the widest part, like maybe a little bit before. So I've
Sort of walking into the cavern and chucking the rock, or chucking it from the entranceway.
Yeah, I guess chucking it from the entranceway around the right side, is that possible at all? To kind of try and get some light over this other side we can't see?
Make a strength check.
Very well. Can I cast guidance on myself before I do this?
Is light not concentration?
It's not, apparently.
Then sure.
Yeah. Well, that is a natural one with mitigating factors +4 and +2, so it's a 7.
Sarah. There are no mitigating factors. These are natural ones.
Did you just throw a rock at me?
Drake, you take. You volunteered. You take. I'll just give you the 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I start bleeding like I'm bloodied.
You could have seen it coming.
I was in front of you.
That's true. How bloodied are you looking?
Almost like that, exactly bloodied.
Exactly bloodied.
I'm bleeding. What was that for?
The rock is still glowing on the ground.
I throw it into the water.
Make a strike attack.
You're a fucking rock. 13.
13. The rock sails out in frustration as you just, for fuck's sake, throw it out over the pool of water, and as the light travels out, you can see see over towards the other side of the cavern, and you can see, as appears to be the theme of today, that there are several bits of debris blocking both sides of the cavern exit. Again, on like the water continues from this pool out in a stream on the other side, similar to the ones that you're walking by. But there is wooden debris blocking the walkways, and the stone just flies out over the pool and plump sinks down.
There's your fucking rock.
And you can't see the. In fact, you can't. The rock sinks to the bottom, and you can't quite make out exactly where it is from here. But like you can see it lighting up the pool. So the pool's not super deep.
How deep does it
Monsters
look?
or anything that we can see from it?
Not that you can see.
Cool.
About 15 feet.
Who fancies a swim?
No.
Just for fun, or
Was there any?
Why?
Because it's quicker.
What, to swim like around the barcade?
Straight, yeah.
Can we see any movement in the water at all that might have been triggered by this rock?
Make a perception check.
No. 10.
10. Aside from the last few ripples that are rippling out from the stone, it seems unoccupied.
Herb pushes Drake into the
That graphic I'm full of
How quick are you?
Let's make some contested athletics checks, please, gentlemen.
Oh no.
No.
Oh yeah!
11.
Modded 20.
So I'm glaring at Ester.
After
His blood is just spreading from the...
I don't surface.
You're bleeding from the back of your head. If there's sharks, you're fucked.
Drake, you splash into the pool as you are pushed in, and like the last thing you think before you hit the water is why me, and just splash straight into the water.
I swim towards the barricades. I'm fucking in now.
How is it? Is it warm?
Are you okay?
No!
Oh,
I'm cold and wet. And I'm bleeding.
can we all just stop shouting? Underground cavern.
I can't hear you over the blood in the water.
Drake, as you begin swimming across the pool, which again is about sort of 20
I'll get my next character, guys.
20 feet in diameter, you suddenly feel like wrapping around your leg, so you look down and you don't see anything,
Oh, it's fine.
but you feel a force like just tugging on your leg, trying to pull you underneath, and you jerk your leg out of the way, and you just trying to look around in this very clear water, but not seeing anything.
I'm not alone in here. I guess that's what it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, roll initiative.
Oh no.
Yeah! I'm rolling like a champ today.
Fuck's sake.
22. Oh wait, sorry.
Strong.
I'm so excited.
If I die, I'm going to be super pissed.
Who's going to tell me when I'm dead?
Exactly.
25
My
to 20.
God.
22!
Third is first.
21.
What a surprise. Drake is next.
Friends of the family.
Possibly difference. The normal. 20 to 15.
Yeah, 15.
15. 15 to 10.
13.
Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known that Damerus is not lost.
Yes!
And Esther.
8.
8.
Number 8.
And the lottery numbers. And the bonus ball. Damerus with 13.
Damerus with not lost. So,
Jack.
you just hear Drake shout, "I'm not alone in here," but you don't see anything.
Herb runs and just belly flops. I'm coming, boy!
Does the splash hit the shaft, do you think?
That's a good question. Does the splash hit the shaft?
Make an athletics check.
18.
18. The splash hits the shaft.
For a less than average shaft.
It's a more difficult target.
This shaft of light that you can see as you look up, you can see that there is a well, I mean, there's no other word for it. There is a vertical shaft that is that the light is shining down through, and it seems to go up quite far above you.
Granted, I meant to get me out of the pool, not to come join me.
So you run forward and jump into the pool. Drake. I'd say you're about as I say, the pool is about 20 foot wide. I'd say you're more or less towards the centre because you were swimming towards the barricades.
Yeah. And my swimming speed is half my normal speed, right?
Yes.
So I'm 12.5 feet.
Which technically is rounded down.
So 12 feet. Oh, that's a dick, because even my dash, I'm 1 foot from the end.
No. As in it's rounded down to the nearest 5 feet.
Oh, wow, so it's 10.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Ooh.
But I'm 20 feet away.
Yeah.
So I can still just make
To the
it.
nearest 5 feet, you say?
Yes.
Cool, so I know
So I
that.
can swim 15 feet.
Yes. So you're able to catch up to your grandson. Again, it's very surprisingly.
I got your back, Drakensia, now. What's the problem? And he tries to, I don't know, if he's got a staff, just try and kick at the thing that's grabbing his leg.
You don't see anything grabbing his leg.
It let go of that, didn't it?
Yeah, you sort of broke free of it, yes, but you don't see anything.
All right, then just grab hold of him, sort of, and try and swim him further. Just try and pull him towards the shore.
Fair enough. So Drake, you, I presume you are going to dash towards the. Okay.
Something that I can't see grab my leg. I'm not staying in that water.
Yeah, okay. So and you're heading over towards the other side.
I'm into the nearest bit of shore.
Okay, so that's probably back the way you came.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, fine. Okay, so you start backpedaling, backstroking towards, and you're just able to climb out on the edge of the water, dripping wet.
I'm bleeding
Yeah.
and I'm wet and there's something fucking in there. This is not a good day.
Yep, but that's about the end of your turn, unfortunately. So you're just sort of at the rest of you are kind of at the mouth of this cavern. Drake, you're about 5 feet into the cavern or so. Just managed to get out of the water. Herb is pretty much in the centre, directly under the shaft of light.
He's ready.
Yeah. Vela, how are you?
I hope you drown!
I'm gonna just move further along the passageway on the left hand side, like
Mhm.
towards there's like a barricaded section, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if that is the pool, you're
Yeah.
coming from this direction.
Uh-huh.
Like these are the pathways around. That's
Yeah.
the pool, and then the mirror on the other side. The barricades are blocking the pathways leading out of the cabin on the other side.
And where is Drake between me and the barricade?
So
Lying on the path.
you're here, and Drake's like
Right.
5-7 feet
Cool.
away
I'm
from
gonna
you.
run past and come up to you and be like, "You alright?
I'm not in the water anymore. I'm fine.
What was in there?"
I don't know. It grabbed my leg and then I ran. Well, swam.
Okay. We should get out of here.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't go into water.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Water's lovely!
It's nice and warm, is it?
Keep going to west.
That might have just been me.
Go towards the barricade.
Okay.
Ooh, a jacuzzi! Oh, never mind.
You're about, I'd say, like 5 feet away from all of these various, and you can now see the debris up close. It's crates and what appear to be long poles of wood, just like lots of different wooden debris just scattered all over, designed to block people's paths. But that's about as far as you can. You're still about 5 feet or so away from that.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything else?
No.
Okay. Damerus.
Oof, gosh. I would like to similarly to Velafyra, kind of follow around on that left-hand side. Just keeping my eyes peeled for any movement under the surface of the water
Okay.
that isn't herb.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
It's 19.
19. You, aside from herbs splashing and like treading water and the ripples he's making there, you don't see anything.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So at this point,
Oh, you look so smug about.
that, however, is not very good. That's only an 11 versus AC herb.
No, fuck right off.
So again, you again also similar to how Trekensin felt a moment before. You feel some sort of something wrap around your leg, and it feels like it's trying to pull you down and to wrap around you. But you sort of kick away from it and just start backpedaling away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something there, but you don't know what it is. Ester.
Did you shout out?
It's not my turn. Can I shout out as a reaction?
Yeah, you can shout it as a reaction.
What the hell is that?
Okay.
The thing that's gonna kill you.
Finally!
How clearly can we see? Because there's obviously that lit stone
Yeah.
underwater on the bottom of the pool. How clear is the water? Can I see really clearly underneath Herb?
The water is pretty damn clear. It's not perfect. There is still some sort of a little bit of siltiness to it.
Okay.
But it's pretty clear. It's much clearer than you're used to seeing.
And I can't see anything underneath Herb?
No.
Okay. I'd like to saunter up over to those guys, taking out my crossbow, and just shoot into the water just underneath Herb by about 5-10 feet, something like that.
Please don't roll a 1. Please don't roll a 1.
Just shooting into the water.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll with disadvantage, please, because you are shooting a ranged weapon into water.
That's good.
That is... That's 12.
12. Okay. You raise your crossbow and shoot it, and the second it impacts with the pool, you see it very quickly lose most all of its momentum. It impacts with the water, and then just a few feet away from her, just starts to sink to the bottom.
Just for effect, I want to slightly tighten up the tension on my crossbow and just finish going to meet those guys.
Fair enough. Herb, you're up.
I'm going to swim towards the barricades.
Okay.
Fast.
Sure.
That's the best.
Yeah, you're, given your herb, you can do that easily enough. You're able to get the remaining sort of 15-20 feet away from where you are towards the barricades. The barricades are not blocking the water, incidentally enough.
So we're probably going to have to go around into the water to go around them.
Potentially. You're still in the pool towards the barricades near where everyone else is, I assume. Do you want to climb out or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Easy enough to do. So, with your movement, 20 feet. So yeah, you probably need to dash as well in order to get properly out. But yeah, would you like to do anything else?
No. I'd just like to ask if has anyone got a towel?
Yes, I've got these towelettes that we keep.
Oh, lovely.
Drake.
I will go over to them because obviously I got out. I swam back to where
Yeah.
he pushed me in. Like a dick. I go over to the barricade. Is it floor to ceiling, or is there a bit of a gap at the top?
There's some gaps at the top, but it's
Might be too big for these guys. I'm thinking for us. Could they throw it through?
I'd say like the roof of the tunnel is about 10 feet tall on the other side, and there's about 7 foot worth of debris blocking the way.
Right. One of you give me a boost. I climb over. See what's on the other side.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll get to that on your turn, Damerus. Vela, are you doing anything?
No, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the water because obviously people have said there's something in there. Just keeping an eye.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm just gonna. I want to hold my action, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to do.
I told my action
I'm
to do
gonna-
something. Like,
Yes,
Did I
exactly.
decide
Can I make
on?
the decision later?
No.
Can I
That
hold?
defeats the point.
Can I hold my action to basically, if I see something that's going to attack us, can I whack it with my quarterstaff?
Yes, you can.
back it upside the head.
Yeah.
So, Empress,
Tentacle beard.
it's your turn. So,
Yeah, I'd like to try and just like interlock my fingers and just try and lift Drakenzian up
Sure.
over this barrier.
Drake, make an athletics check with advantage, please.
Okay. That's much better. 17.
17. So you, with Damerus's help, you are, despite his weedy nature.
Yes.
I'm only small.
Yeah, exactly. You are really small, and you lift him up, and like wood, you sort of have to get your balance, but you're able to sort of clamber on a particularly sturdy bit of wood that you see that, upon closer inspection, is that a cage? And you manage to sort of look and start looking over the other side. And you see nothing because you have no dark vision and you are a halfling.
I know. I'm climbing over.
Oh, you're climbing actually over
Yeah,
the
I'm
thing.
climbing over there.
Okay. That's doable. You sort of stand on top of the debris. You go down to the other side.
No, at that point, I want to say, can someone throw me another light rock? I can't see shit.
I'll be up shortly. I can't do light rocks though, I'm afraid.
And then in which case, Esther, can you light my bow?
I can. Are we not an initiative?
No, it's not initiative.
Whose turn is
Sure, whose turn is it?
That
Well,
was
I was
my
from the top.
turn.
I will hold down my bow so you can touch my bow.
Cool.
Okay. So at this point,
Never mind.
At least I'm lying on the top.
So it's a
ranged
pin
attack,
cushion.
I'm okay.
Vela, as you watch the water, you see this the water begin to shift and move, and from out of the water rises this tall form, about 8, 9, 10 feet tall in total, of just what looks to be moving, living water. It has a vague its form is made entirely of water, and its face creates a vague impression of a face, and it kind of darts towards you, snake-like, and attempts to wrap itself around you. You may take your attack of opportunity, though, since you were waiting for it.
11.
11. Unfortunately, you're sort of taken back by surprise from this, incredibly tall figure. It's something that you were expecting some sort of animal, but no, this is something that you've only sort of really read about and theorized about, some sort of elemental creature, and it just rises up and then wraps around you, sort of almost like a snake. I'm assuming a 19 will hit your AC.
Yeah.
Damn.
You seem correct.
You received wisely.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning
No,
damage.
please, no.
Yes. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature just wraps itself around you and squeezes around your body very painfully. You feel as if your ribs are just constricting on all of your organs, and it's you can breathe, but it's tricky. It's kind of tricky to do so.
Okay, I'm definitely worse than bloodied right now.
Oh dear.
Esther, you're up.
Kill it.
Yes, I would like to take out my crossbow and shoot the thing, please.
Go ahead, make your attack roll.
17.
17 hits.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's Vela.
8.
8 points of damage.
No.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Oh,
cruel.
dear.
Oh, no, sorry, that was the wrong dice. One sec.
Ooh. Vela,
7.
Damn.
That wasn't good.
can you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
Okay. 11.
11. So, Esther, the bolt flies towards this creature.
Sorry.
It's
Nice
my-
knowing
Yeah.
Doing how much damage?
Oh, 7.
7, okay.
Just as well I did.
So this bolt flies straight, like just through this creature, sort of just on its side, on its flank, and you see sort of, a tiny sort of blip where the bolt flies through, but like that blip very quickly reseals itself. Not very. It's you're very much used to seeing bolts stick into your target, so seeing it go through is not very encouraging. Vela, in fact, all of you, watch as Vela is enveloped by this water creature and is being pulled towards the pool. How far away were you from the pool?
I would have been more or less stood right by the edge of it, I would think. Yeah, that's fine.
You watch as Vela is dragged underwater.
Goodbye.
We've got a spare weird girl, don't worry.
That was Esther's turn, and we're back to the top of the round, and Herb.
Was Herb's been around a bit. He's seen some shit. Has he seen anything like this before?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana, not history.
No, Arcana.
Damn. 8.
8. It's made of water. It's some sort of elemental creature.
Okay. Well, Herb's gonna. Can I see Vela?
You can see Vela, yep.
She's still being. Where she looked like she's been dragged back to the centre of the pool, or right to the bottom.
Sort of down, basically. Sort of down and towards the centre. She's not very far. She's only a few feet away from the edge, but
Okay.
she's probably about 5 feet under the surface, and like maybe a foot or so away from the edge.
I shout out, "Drakensian, grab me feet!" And I sort of dive down, but not into the water, and I take my staff. Does that look about long enough? If I could, my staff plus my arm.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm sort of right on the edge of the
Your staff is
pool,
long enough, Alex.
like my
It's
shaft.
above average. Well done.
The shaft is like below
And I like to sort of offer my staff
You
to
blushing?
her. A little bit.
Okay, you offer your staff. Good to know.
I offer it, and if she wants to, she can grab it.
Of course. We would expect nothing less. So, Drake, you're up. You just heard, you're standing on top of this barricade, and Esther sort of reached out to help you, and then turned, fired at the creature, and you just hear, "Drakensian, grab me feet!" And you see your grandfather jump in to try and save Vela, or like dip himself in.
Just the tip.
Yeah,
Stop it!
yeah, I'll scramble back down
Okay.
and then just
Oh shit! I
grab...
forgot that you were up there.
I had a whole other plan, but that's
Yeah.
yours works too. And then I'll go and grab his feet as he's requested.
Okay.
Ready to pull basically at the first sign that he was.
Dunk me!
You don't need to get the me out. Just dunk, okay?
Okay.
Like a little tea bag.
Probably a little bit rougher than needed to be.
Vela, you're up.
would I technically be classified as incapacitated?
You would be classified as grappled.
I'm just trying to see whether I can do
Don't forget,
this.
Alex has offered you his stuff.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and grab that staff.
Okay. So in order to I'm just rolling with it. In order to grab Alex's stuff.
The staff grasper.
2 hands.
2 hands. Can I first have you?
Told you the girth was it's a 2-handed girth.
This is a very serious and deadly life-threatening situation. So
That's why we're making jokes, because you're just going to kill us all again.
no, I'm not killing.
Every time we go underground, you kill all of us.
So, first of all, Vela, can I have you please make a strength saving throw? I will allow you advantage.
Okay, good. Okay, so that would be 18.
18, okay. And now, can I have Herb make an athletics check with advantage, please?
I wrote the same thing twice at 19.
19, okay. So, you reach out, you grab the staff with both hands as you're struggling, this force wrapping around you, that you're so terrified of it, you don't know what it is, but you feel it sort of dissipate around you as you and you as Herb pulls you, and Drake, as you the two of you help pull upwards. Vela, you manage to break the surface, breaking out of this force that is holding you, and coming up for air. You may now continue as you wish. You are no longer grappled.
Okay, am I still in the water?
Yes.
How far in?
Not very far, like right by the edge.
Okay, so I can get back out.
You can get back
Cool.
out.
I'm gonna
yes.
get back out. Presumably that was my action doing all of that.
I'll say it's your movement.
Okay.
That's but like climbing out. That's all of your movement.
Okay, cool. I would like to use my spirit totem, which is a bonus action to use, and I'm going to summon the bear spirit, which grants me and my allies its might and endurance. Each creature of my choice in the aura, which is 30-foot radius, gains temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level, so that's 7 temporary hit points for everyone.
Wow.
Boom.
And in addition,
It's going to keep me alive.
and me. In addition, we all gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws whilst in the aura.
Nice.
And the aura
Very
is
nice.
Bear.
No, but how
Is it
wide?
wide?
30-foot radius.
30-foot
30
radius.
radius.
It's a big bear.
Yeah, I can move it if I want to. It's got 60 feet. It can just be sort of bounced about.
Cool.
As a bonus action.
Good to know. Okay, so you watch as Vela. Do you have any sort of incantation that you would like to use, or?
I think something in Sylvan, which is hilarious because I forgot that I could speak it in the first place.
So, Vela, you rise up out of the water, and this sudden, sort of like almost sort of sudden drowning experience, you leap out of the water. You remember your time spent amongst that druidic enclave in the forest. You remember their connection to the elements, and you remember your connection with the forest, and you just let out a cry that sounds oddly song-like. Damerus, you sort of, and any of those of you who speak Elven, you almost recognise a tiny little bit of vague familiarity in the sound, even though you can't understand it at all. And with a song-like cry, and appearing in front of Vela, sort of none of you have ever seen this before, and you all sort of flinch back for a moment. An enormous grizzly bear stands there, an ethereal, glowing blue and grey, much like Vela's current skin, and it's just standing there growling, looking around, and its eyes focused on the water, and you all feel a sudden surge of vitality and strength rippling through you, even your old bones, Herb, and you climb up out of the water.
Just try not to make a joke
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Fine.
I can sense it.
You can always taste senses.
I can sense Herb's bone.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Oh god. Hey Andy, you know what's dangerously close to a reference? The doctor is in.
Oh.
So, and you climb out of the water, and you all see this bear spirit, and you suddenly feel much more confident.
Expecto Patronum.
And I
Well, you are there
still have an
somewhere.
action?
Yes. That's the bonus.
There's a bonus action, isn't
Yes, you do, yes.
Cool. I would like to use
Kick the shit out of that lake.
destroy water on the lake.
Oh damn!
Damn, son.
Or on it. I don't know if it'll actually work on it.
You
Oh,
can't-
ideally, I'd want to use it on it, but
You-
if not, I would just from the actual
you,
water.
so I will look this up, because I did not expect this.
That is
There's
so
a spell
That
called
is
Destroy
smart.
Water.
Such a clutch move.
Up to 10 gallons of water.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Okay, now we've got to do now we've got to do physics.
How much
10
is
gallons
10
isn't
gallons?
that much.
It's
No,
not.
but
It's
if
not
it's
that much.
already in a
It's-
close radius, then close where she is, that 10 gallons could include it.
Well, I
Bear,
don't.
bearing in mind, water and elemental creatures, even if
Yeah.
they are water elementals, are not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's more that we can actually see where it is.
Yeah.
Plus you can't see it.
Yeah.
So that's
but-
a 10-gallon aquarium.
I mean, that's pretty.
Depends how close we are
Do
to
you
it.
want to see a 10-gallon
It's very
aquarium,
far
Alex?
away.
Technology.
Like,
Because again, I like it's the
Technology
Okay,
is about
that's-
to go crazy.
It'll
unexpected
at
but
least
works.
give it less like.
So okay,
space,
I will
guess.
I will say for the sake of having to work out the physics, because I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. You're right.
Your cable.
Oh, yeah, you can
It's fine.
unplug.
Okay.
I got it.
So, you reach your hand out, and your hand glows with, and you see sort of ice crystals almost sort of flash at her fingertips for a moment, and the water is kind of, and with a sort of flowing, swishing motion, the water then the star, the water rises up out of the little pool in the center and just is evaporated. It's not a huge amount. I will say, for the sake of argument, and because I'm the DM and fuck the actual minutiae of all of this, that the water level has dropped by about a foot, because it's still a 35-foot wide. It's still a 35 foot diameter pool. No, sorry, it's a 20-foot diameter pool.
Mhm.
Fuck it, I will say that it's dropped 2 feet. So it has dropped, but as you watch, it's ever so slowly beginning to rise again. Not very, very fast, but noticeably it's beginning to rise up,
Mhm.
because water is still flowing in, but the water level has dropped about 2 feet.
Cool. Cool. Oh, I also want to have, before I did that, accidentally in Bear, I guess you would say it was in Bear, turn to everyone and be like, he's here to protect us. Which is like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah."
Whatever you say!
Is Create Destroy Water a first level spell?
It is.
Hot diggity damn.
Because on my drone I was playing, or maybe I was doing it as a... No, that was... Never mind, ignore me. That's
You can destroy
Fine.
additional water with higher spell slots.
That's it. No, it's I was playing a water genasi who had it as an intrinsic ability. That's where I was getting confused. So you watch as this bear spirit materializes in front of you, and the water level drops before you. Vela, that's your turn.
Mhm.
Damerus, you're up.
Feeling somewhat more confident than I once was, I draw my short swords and kind of move towards the edge of the water,
Okay.
preparing an attack for
Okay.
if I see this thing try and grab anyone else.
Okay, good to know. That's Damerus. So at this point, once again, the creature rises up out of the water. Damerus, please make your attacks against the creature with advantage.
Hot diggity damn.
You?
It's just I can only hold the one, can't I? I can't hold my bonus action attack.
Correct.
Just the main. That's not terrible.
Advantage, don't forget.
Oh yeah. That's way worse. That's a 17 to hit.
17. That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
With sneaking?
Um,
One of us within 5 feet?
Yes, with sneak attack.
So that is 7. 12.
12 points of damage, okay.
Not bad.
So, this creature again just rises up out of the water. The creature rises up out of the water, and again, its large body sort of threatening to sneak around and wrap around one of you. But you slash out at it, and when you attack this creature, Damerus, you feel your swords, for some reason that you're not entirely certain of, are vibrating. And as you're slashing out at this creature, it screams out, and it seems to take a great deal of pain from that.
I just look furrow my brow, looking at my swords for a second, and just, is there something I'm not telling you?
It looks at you. You can see this creature as it's sort of swaying down at you, and it's staring, looking down, and then it kind of just flinches back from you.
I kind of look just confused, but almost like maybe has an internal idea of what's going on, but not.
Okay. So I would say that instead of therefore going for you, it's going to go for the individual who shot at it before.
Who dat?
So Esther, that's a 17 versus AC.
Yes.
Yeah. So the creature, you see it sort of lean in towards Damerus and then flinch back from it as if in pain, and it goes towards you, wrapping around you. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the creature wraps around you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw with advantage because of the bad spirit.
Well, I did enjoy those temporary hit points. Thank you. Strength save.
Yes.
22, natural 20.
Yeah.
I'm taking it down.
So you can feel this creature sort of pulling on you and trying to drag you underneath the water, but you're able to stand fast as you saw it coming. But it is still sort of wrapped around you, trying to squeeze the life out of you. Esther, that's your turn. Herb, you're up.
Herb has noticed what happened with Damerus, so he's just going to have a pop and just try and hit it with a staff and see what happens.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
17.
17 hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. The staff flies through the creature's form, just above where Esther is, and it just passes through the form, and the form reseals itself. Does appear to be having an effect, but just not as much as you would hope.
I'm going to punch it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to punch you in your
Just
watery
a
face.
normal punch. I think that's what a flurry of blows.
No, fuck it.
Does
Let's
it
have a
hit the
flurry of
shaft?
blows. Yeah.
Okay.
And a flurry of blows it.
Make your attack rolls.
Spend some key. Bollocks. 9.
9. Unfortunately, it as it's thrashing around trying to constrict Esther, it just goes wide.
25.
25, however, this kick lands squarely, just kind of level with Esther's thigh, but obviously
Sorry.
nowhere near her.
6 damage.
6 damage. Sploosh.
Sorry.
You come away with a very wet foot, but
The first time.
Worst things happen at sea.
anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
knives.
Drake, you're up.
I'm going to stab at it with my rapier.
With your rapier, you said.
Yes, my rapier.
Very well.
Because, I don't want to lose any more arrows than I've already lost.
What?
Would a 23 help?
Just about.
Sweet. Bear with me, I'm not used to having to use the other die. No, where is it? It's at the very bottom, obviously.
Of course.
11 of your damage.
11 of your damage.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to give myself a second one.
That's fair. You feel a tiny little drop of blood just go into the back of your head. No!
Get back in there!
You're not meant to be out here.
And I'm almost back to full health.
Okay, so you stab at it, and it's like you can see that it's like it's reacting to your various blows. Unfortunately, it's just not as effective as you would hope it would be. Drake, anything else?
Nah.
Very well, Vela, you're up.
Cool. Seeing that people are having reasonable success with attacking, like, with weapons and sort of magics, I'm going to use my quarterstaff.
Go ahead.
Phew. Hooray! 18.
18 hits.
Woo! It's good.
It's good.
It's not so good. 3.
3 points of damage. Just you, like, sort of a bit nervous not to hit Esther. You just swing out, and it just catches it with just the tip. But
It's funny every time. Oh, I should have done that. Oh.
What should I look?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Oh. Oh.
Will do.
I believe it's pronounced Shalala.
Shalala.
My parents have a shillelagh at home. A real one.
That's disgusting.
No, your
Why are you
poop
going-
knife is disgusting.
Why are you going through the drawers out of this?
Moving
Your
swiftly
parents'
along.
marital aids are not.
Anything else?
Sorry, Paul.
Well, I
You're
can't.
terrible.
I can't retroactively adjust this, but
You
I'm gonna.
can't, no.
I'm
What
gonna
is
do
this
it. I'm
shillelagh?
gonna do it now anyway. I'm just gonna
It's
cast
Irish.
the shillelagh
A drum thing.
No.
Oh.
on my
Stick hammer
quarterstaff.
thing.
Okay.
I love your
Your staff
assumptions
moves.
about what
Your
works.
Hey,
It's
staff
like a
moves.
hammer rest thing.
Why are your parents got cudgels?
Because
That's
it's
random.
Irish, and we have Irish shit because we're Irish. What? Right?
Racist.
In case the English attack again.
Correct. The Americans have the right to bear arms. We've got the right to shillelaghs.
No. That's the right to bear arms.
Bear.
My fault they
You know, why do they have pastries called bear claws?
I know, but shillelagh is not easy to misinterpret that way.
Somewhere in this conversation, ladies and gentlemen, is the plot. Let's get back to it.
Yeah,
So-
let's move swiftly away from gun law. Let's open up that fucking can of worms.
So, you cast. God, why do I keep forgetting things? You cast Shillelagh on your staff, and it begins to glow ever so slightly. Ready for next time? Anything else, Vela?
That's all.
Damerus.
Thinking that he might know what's going on. Is this thing's grabbing Esther at the moment,
Yes.
isn't it? I'd like to grab the amulet that I found earlier on and try and plunge it into this thing.
Okay.
Fist it!
He's going for it.
Why?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yes, this is exactly why we can't have nice things. So,
£1 million.
no. So, go ahead and make a strength check with advantage, please.
Which you can do, got the bear thing.
Yeah, that's the
Hence
advantage.
why.
I figured it out.
Well done.
That would have been an unnatural 1, but I rolled a 9, I rolled a 13, so 12.
12, okay. So, you shove this symbol forward towards it, and the creature begins sort of speaking at you in a language which, what languages do you all speak?
Common and halfling.
Nope,
And dwarvish.
nope,
And Elvish and Sylvan.
nope,
Common, Infernal, and Elvish.
nope,
Elvish and common.
nope. Okay, so none of you understand what it's saying, but the second you raise this bronze medallion with the Agate symbol on it, it reels back from you, and it kind of just almost like a vampire being kept at bay by a cross. It reels back. Esther, it unwinds from you, and it sort of turns, sort of keeps its eyes on you, watching.
I say to the party, I think this, whatever this is, it's keeping it back, so maybe behind me, and just stand holding it up.
The water creature just sort of sways before you like a snake.
So I'm like, as I move the thing, is it moving with it? Like it's
It's-
maybe trying to probe how to get round, or
Make an insight check.
unnatural 20.
You look at it and it's sort of swaying, but it doesn't appear to be. It's afraid of it certainly, but it doesn't appear defiant anymore. It's
Okay.
just it's watching you very closely,
Yeah.
but it's kind of just.
Just stay with the thing up. Seriously, probably behind me.
Don't have to tell me twice.
That works for me.
And that is
Mm-hmm.
my turn. I think.
Okay. The creature sways back and forth. Continues to watch you. Continues to watch the medallion. Backs away towards the centre of the pool. But its eyes such as they have, still locked on you, watching, looking down on you. Ester.
Can I start dismantling the barricade, please?
Go ahead and make a strength check, please.
Very well.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Yes.
This is the
Thank you.
Look at this guy. Very
The
good.
first time ever I've remembered the rules
Does
of this
that
game.
count?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's on a pen.
Yeah, it
It's-
landed on top.
Yeah. It's doing a little bit of climbing right now.
I'll allow it.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. You begin pulling down the various bits of debris, pulling them away, and you're now sort of making out better what these things are. There's a couple of large crates that appear to making up the bulk of this barricade, and you see sort of splintered poles, splintered bars, all made of wood, and you see that some of these appear to be shattered wooden cages.
Can I get any sense of how big they go? Like, are they people cages? Is this a human trafficking cage?
It's hard to tell. Just that you can see, sort of like ceilings and then bits of wooden bars on the cage, but it's difficult to tell.
Right, well, I'm just throwing as many aside, like, into the water now as I can, like, just trying to shove them out of the way. As many as I get through.
Into the water, okay, fine. So, at this stage, Damerus is keeping the creature at bay with the medallion. What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm going to go help Esther.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So, for the sake of brevity, you all eventually, over the course of the next few minutes, manage to clear away the wood to clear a path forward.
And the bear totem disappears after 1 minute, by the way.
Right, okay.
Our temporary hit points fade with that as well, don't they? Or
Yes.
do they-
Yes, I would presume so.
I will double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
It sounds like that would be the case.
Oh,
Yeah. I'd be surprised if not.
Yeah, I mean,
So, Damerus,
Is there any reaction as we throw shit into the water from the elemental?
the elemental, it notices, and it sort of, it's kind of like, it doesn't seem happy about it, but it's not like enraged or anything.
Cool.
It's just watching Damerus, basically.
Is it judging us for littering?
almost
Probably.
lucky we can't
I
understand.
mean,
Fucking, he tried to drown us.
Fill the ocean with plastic.
Damn, Sean.
and the ocean
No.
is full of plastic.
There's just a really
That's true.
sad water genasi in there somewhere. Oh.
Stuck in one of those like ring holes.
Played a water genasi.
You're a person. How did you get stuck in there?
I feel personally attacked. Okay, so over the course of the next few minutes, you're able to clear away the debris. The creature just continually, like, it's sort of backed off to the centre of the pool, directly under the light, and it's kind of just watching you.
Can you light your mace again? Because we're still working with the light from the rock and the pool.
Yeah, you can't see any further down the tunnel of the current.
Oh. All right.
Thank you.
Can I try taking a couple of steps back? Does it move towards me as I do?
No. Just watches you.
Yeah.
Alright, Damerus, you want to come back now?
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm just trying a number of things before I turn away from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I put it back in my bag, in a pouch, does it begin moving
He's
forwards?
right there, he's eat you.
It does, but not in the same manner that you saw previously.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's moving towards you as if it now sort of. It's almost. It's like 10-foot form.
Yeah.
It's now sort of shrunk down. More of it going back into the water, and it kind of just sort of glides forward, and it's just watching you almost like curiously.
Yeah.
There's definitely some sort of intelligence to this
Yeah.
creature, but
I just like very quietly in Elvish, just thinking on his feet, just say to the thing, "I'm not sure if you can understand me, but we didn't mean to disturb your cavern. We apologise. We might be back in a few moments." And I just like kind of curtly bow my head and step out of the water.
it doesn't seem to respond.
Okay.
But it's just.
What did you say?
I was just trying to be polite.
What
Fair
is
enough.
that?
Well, I found this upstairs.
Maybe wear it for a little way.
That's a good plan. I put the amulet on. I didn't want to put it on because it looked a bit dusty. I didn't want to ruin my tunic. But
But that's fair enough. But with the water thing trying to
yes,
take people,
yes.
maybe easier.
Good plan. I put it on.
You die.
Yeah, you drop down dead. You turn into a water element.
Unfortunately, it was a Horcrux.
People, something the DM ideas.
Damerus?
Shall we leave now?
Yes.
Yes, I
If
don't.
we can see.
Who
I
could
don't
ever
think
love Damerus Silver?
I don't think it's going to be a problem if we have to come back this way.
Well, we'll do that if we have to.
Yes.
Let's go get this bloody Baron fella.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're still looking for that kid. I just like take a second, like, oh god, this is gonna be the
We've already
last
had a
day.
bit of a lead and then this didn't help.
When we get out of this cavern, shall we have a rest? You all look quite
Yeah.
bloody.
Oh, I'm actually
Yes,
fine
please.
now.
I'm actually
I'm pretty
perky as
good.
hell, yeah.
I
I'm
don't
fine.
feel good.
Yeah, if we need to take a rest, we can take a rest.
Well, I'm just worried we already lost 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Your granddad was right.
That-
Just, I like it when people say it.
I said if. I never agree.
Let's find out where this goes and then we'll make a decision.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We continue.
Onwards.
Okay. You continue down the slightly downward incline of the cavern, of the cave, and it continues much. The corridor continues much in the same way that the previous corridor that you were first in continues, as in two sort of paths either side, water streaming down the middle downhill, no apparent outcroppings coming off either side of the corridor, until again another sort of about maybe another 5 minutes or so away from this cavern, from the water elemental cavern, and you see a path continues off on your left.
Only on the left.
As in the corridor continues as normal, we're following the stream.
But there's
Like-
a turning.
But there's the corridor here, and then in addition there is also a left turning additional tunnel.
I suggest we send someone who can see without the really conspicuous light to go have a look.
I'll go. Yeah, I
See
start.
ya.
Yeah, I start.
You do also have the amulet, to be fair.
Well, do you want it? Oh, no,
Oh,
I'll
I
keep
can't
it.
see.
I'll
There's
keep
no
it.
point giving it to
I'll
me.
keep it up. I start skulking down the tunnel.
Okay.
Sneakily.
Sneakily, make a stealth check, please.
And he
I'm
disappears.
like a little bit good at this. Unnatural 20.
20, okay. You start moving down this corridor, and it's again. There's as you move out of the radius of the lit mace. It's tricky to see, but you can still make it out. You continue for 30 seconds or so, like just sort of twisting, following this passageway, and you come into a a room, for lack of a better term. As you turn a corner, the smell hits you immediately. There is a foul stench in the air here of excrement, mostly.
Smells like Herb's room.
You look around and you can, peering into the darkness, and you can just make out
A pile of socks.
that's dangerously close to a reference. You make out
Very good.
the mood. Has anyone seen the mood?
Oh,
Somewhere with the
sorry,
tone.
yeah.
Shattered all over the floor somewhere.
It
Shat all over the
Yeah.
floor. I got this.
It's not okay.
This again comes from another
Don't
Reddit
explain.
story from Mr. Connor.
Not from me. It is not my story.
You told the story, but it is not your. Anyway.
Google it.
Yes, if you've taken nothing else from this episode, poo knife and poo sock. Google the motherfucker.
Fun is a relative.
Well,
You're welcome.
Just private message me on Twitter and I'll say
I'd love it if you
I would love it.
Fun is a relative term, as I am rapidly discovering from this entire project. So, it is just a foul smell, and you look around and you can make out in the shadows more of these cages, varying in size. These ones seem to be whole, but you can see ones that are about 4 foot cubes or so. Fairly of crude make, it would seem, but functional. And you can also see some others that are much longer, but much shorter.
Okay. Can I hear any sounds of movement in here?
Make a perception check.
That's not terrible. Plus 5 is 17? Yes, maths.
17.
No.
18.
18.
18.
Maths.
Nothing. Don't hear anything.
Okay.
It's, you can see the entire room pretty
Yeah.
much from where you're standing. It's not a very large
Are
room.
there any tunnels leading out from this space?
No.
Okay, I'd just like to go up to a couple of the cages and just have a little look inside
Okay.
before I decide to make my way back.
Sure. Make again. There's no light in here, so I will say make a perception check, but with disadvantage.
Can't roll less than that. That's a natural 1.
You appear to be in some sort of cave.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah,
it's
I decide to
hard
head
to tell
back.
without the light room.
Yeah, I head back and I give them all the information that you gave me.
Socks, really?
Yes.
I will fucking fight you.
Fight.
Maybe not socks entirely, but certainly excrement and some more cages. Didn't seem like there was an exit though. So.
How long? Were they like new or old or what?
Seemed relatively old, some broken, quite shoddy workmanship to be honest.
It's weird that they have so many cages.
Yeah, was it them is my point, or was it the wizard?
Oh
The
yeah.
old wizard's tower, like.
That's a good point.
Shall we go have a look?
Yeah, I don't like this anymore. Not that I particularly liked it to start with, to be honest with you, but
Well, I mean, with I tapped the amulet with this and that water thing. I can only assume that you're probably right, Drake. This is probably all to do with that wizard, or this part anyway. Maybe
let's be careful. Let's keep our eyes out for any other magical defenses or traps or anything like that.
Yes.
Let's be as fast as possible. We need to catch up with that poor lad.
It's a good point. We keep forgetting that.
So there's another door on the other side, isn't there? Where the barricade was? Was there a second on the other side of
We
the
would have
lake?
walked opposite that path, wouldn't we? They were-
Yes. No. The other barricade on the other side was just to sort of block the right hand path. The right hand
So
path
it led to the same.
has been
Okay.
running exactly parallel to the one.
Cool.
This is the
no
first
worries.
bit.
So this is
Let's same down.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Same order.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cool.
Let's go.
Sorry, remind me of the marching order, please. Vela, Drake.
No.
Vela.
Vela, Herb, Drake,
Esther.
Esther, Damerus, thank you. Okay. So you continue down. Again, the corridor continues much the same. The stream continuing, little underground river, and the tunnel continues for you walk on for a good 10, 12 minutes or so, and the sort of the flowing of water has been your constant companion throughout this journey down this tunnel, and you can hear up ahead of you, apparently round the next right curving bend, you can hear what sounds like a waterfall. Not a massive one, but you can hear the sense of water flowing from up to down up ahead of you. You turn around the next corner and you see why. The water does indeed flow down into a very large pool, larger than the cavern that you saw. And here you can see that there is actually natural light streaming in from the outside. You stop and listen for a moment and you can hear the sea. You can hear waves crashing on distant shores. You sort of step into this into this large open area, and you can see sort of the path on the right hand side just stops where it is next to this waterfalls. There's water flowing down into this moving sea cave, you can see. The path does continue round to the left, and as I say, the light is streaming in from the outside. Kind of the cave is kind of if this is where you guys are, the cave kind of sort of goes around in this shape. So this is where the outside light is streaming in from. You all look around and you look and you can make out things towards on the other side of the cave. Various what look to be crates and boxes and a few other things. Towards your left, you see that the pathway continues round, and there is pathway kind of comes to a sudden stop. There is a gap of about 10 feet, and then up above by a few feet, sort of the path continues round, and you can see that in this 10-foot gap, as you come round to face it, there has been a rope bridge which has been cut, and it is down on your side of the 10-foot gap or so, and the opposite side is about 2 feet above you, I'd say, at your current height.
Drake, grab me feet. No.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but if I'm not mistaken, a running jump is equal to your strength score, which means I can jump 12 feet. That's a 10-foot gap.
It's a 10-foot gap, but it's going up.
Yeah, but it's 2 foot above me. Even if I run straight, I should be able to, because I'm 3 foot tall. My arms will still be up on the ledge, and I can pull myself up.
You'll have to make a check, but yes.
Yeah, it's not like a straight thing. But
Yeah.
Can I walk up and to the edge and look down?
Yes.
I can't jump that
What
far.
do I see?
It's right. I have
I
bad
can
Perception
jump
check.
that.
Yeah, that's very impressive. How far can you jump?
40.
18.
18. You look down. You can see it's about incidentally the waterfall was probably about a 5-foot drop. I'd say the path sort of continues ever so slightly up as it goes. So it's about a 10-foot drop here, I'd say. And with an 18, looking around, you can see some things moving in the water.
Guys, there's something down there in the water.
You can quite clearly, in fact, with an 18, see what these are.
I can see quite clearly what they are.
You gonna tell us? No.
No.
I just want to see who would blink first. Crocodiles.
Alligators.
Alligators in this part of the world, that doesn't make a lick of sense.
Really?
Well, over the edge, and you can see her pointing them out, and you do indeed see 3 crocodiles kind of swimming around this sort of underneath this gap, but also around around the pool a bit, sort of in various places. In fact, Vela, can you make a nature check for me, please?
No.
You know these crocodiles.
No,
From
you
way
know they're
back.
crocodiles, not alligators.
12.
12. Okay.
Oh.
Oh shit.
12? No, not 12. Okay.
You tease.
No.
Yeah, that's me.
Don't get to know a thing.
You don't get to know a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I take out my rope, I tie it around my waist, and then I hand it to you, who I think is the strongest. Right, I'm going to try and jump across. If I fall, please pull me up with the alligators down there. They're going to eat me.
I take the tail like behind Vela, sort of a little like the anchor, wrap around myself in a tug of war.
Yeah.
Good to
Same.
know.
Cool.
Okay.
I'd then like to try
Good
and
luck.
run and jump. Thank you. Thank you.
Make Drake please make an athletics check.
Bye, son.
Oh dear. 8.
8.
Brace.
You
Oh boy! Oh god, no!
yeah, pretty much. You take a running jump forward, trying to jump up, and you unfortunately misjudge the angle, and you're like, I got it. Oh no, there's no grip, there's no grip.
Pull me up! Pull me up! Pull me up! Pull me up!
Can I have everyone who's holding on to the... In fact, can I have Vela make a strength check with advantage, please?
May I?
Yes.
Oh yeah. That would be an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. So, Vela, you sort of seeing where this is going, see Drakensian fudge to the jump. You sort of like pull up, and like the crocodiles, they're sort of swimming around, and Drake, you see them. You notice them, and you notice them noticing you, but they don't sort of, they don't like, you know.
They don't notice that you notice that they
I know what you're thinking. I know you know what I'm thinking. I know that you know that I know that you know what I'm thinking. You don't.
But you're a dick.
You don't. Oh, my feelings. But they don't sort of, you know, like snap up at you. But they're, you know, just watching you nonetheless. But you get pulled back up.
Right, it was a practice one. It's a practice one, now do the real one.
Okay.
Just gotta judge these things, obviously.
I'm
Oh,
ready.
5.
So, yeah, so this time I'm going to say that you actually you can like right. I know I can do this. You jump. No, I don't. And you actually slam into the rock face. So I'm going to say you take another point of damage from that.
Your face, your beautiful face.
Well, his face. Vela, make another strength check with advantage, please.
21.
21. Yeah. No. Again, like pull him up. And the
I can do this.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's much better. 19.
19.
It rolled when I picked it up. It was
Yeah.
a 16 before.
Fine. Okay, so you this time you're like, right, third time's the charm. Land on the other side.
Right. And now my victory does. Oh god, no!
Yeah.
Right.
Should we all jump as well? What do we do?
Can't we just use this rope that we've got?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, well, we'll pull my granddad across. I'll pull him because he's the lightest out of everyone else. That's why I was doing the jumping. Much easier for you to pull me up than me to pull you up.
I see.
Right. Come on, granddad.
Don't drop me.
So
Oh no, what a shame!
So how exactly are you doing this? Just
So he's got the rope
Yeah,
tied
well,
around
the
him.
first thing I want to do is, are there any kind of rocks or outcroppings on this side?
Yes, I mean there were a couple of rocks that the cut rope bridge was tied to.
Cool. In which case, what I would do is kind of like a pulley system, so I'll put it around there.
Yeah.
So rather than it being able to pull me, I'm just pulling and holding. So when he jumps across, I can do that, and it's not going to suddenly pull me off the edge. It's only going to pull around and get caught on the rock.
Okay. And
So I need to go ahead and untie it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
and
he's going to jump, and then I'm going to pull up, and then if worse comes to worse, he won't go full.
And Herb, you are holding the rope or are tied to the rope?
Tied to the rope.
Right. Okay. Good to know.
Anything else would be silly.
Yeah.
And you're attempting to jump across or climb across?
I'm gonna go for a swing and then sort of a climb up the side.
Okay.
Not like a violent swing, just sort of just to let myself go into the side of the rock with my feet and then just climb vertically up the rock face.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me, please.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, you're just like, dum, whoop, bum, 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 and like, you very easily just walk up the side, reverse abseiling, with Drakensian's help. Do it smooth as you please.
And he like walks in a little circle, curls up and has an out.
I untie the rope from him. Yeah, it's only 10 foot, isn't it? Then I just throw the rope back across.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I don't actually have a nap, I'm going to help. I'm going to be on hand.
You made your choice.
That, in your dreams, you're helping.
He thinks he's helping.
I guess I'll go next because then I've got higher strength, so I'll be able to help with what you're doing.
Okay. So are you doing the same thing?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
do the same thing.
Okay.
Athletics check, right?
Yes, please.
Oh no.
Are you in trouble?
Maybe.
Okay.
By maybe I mean yes. That's a 5.
5. So at this point,
Glad I tied it around the rock, otherwise.
yeah. Esther, you you sort of like copying Herb. You're like I can do this.
Yeah.
Herb can do this. I can do
That
this.
looks easy.
Herb makes everything look easy.
Yeah, he does. Considering the stats you rolled, you jump off, and you woefully misjudge the amount of rope that you have, and splash.
Oh shit! I start pulling up immediately.
Weather end again to get the 1. That's going to be an 18 versus AC.
That hits. Oh shit!
No, not the rope. That's not
evil
the rope.
rope.
That hits.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as you feel the croc bite down into your thigh.
Are they just chomping on my bum as I'm trying to jump back up?
No, on your thigh. Weren't you listening? I also need you, Esther, to make. You need to make a strength saving throw. That you may do so with advantage.
Fuck.
You
You've
suck.
been watching these rolls, right?
Yeah,
You've been watching them.
You suck.
10.
10. So Drake and Herb, you're trying to pull up, but then you suddenly feel
Pull, Grandad, pull!
I'm trying!
as this creature has got you in its jaws.
Can I help out? How would I just say down to the crocodiles, hey, stop that! Get some rations out and kind of like...
Drop the fish, drop the fish!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what she's doing. I get the fish out. I bust them open.
Here. I kind of throw them off to the side.
Make
away.
an animal handling check.
It's nice, but they got to taste the human meat now.
Weird human meat.
16. So you sort of in a weird sort of grunting, growling motion, because you do have. Circle of the Shepherd, you have a vague ability to sort of communicate with animals, not in the sophisticated manner that you have been doing so far, but in vague senses. So you sort of like, and you chuck the fish
I'm
on
gonna throw fish at it.
Yeah. And you can vaguely with 16 and so like 2 of the other crocodiles that don't have a human in their jaws go off and start chomping down. The other one is just like, and you sort of like, you get an impression of hungry.
Fish.
At which point, I'm going to say to her, hold the rope, and then I'm going to go and shoot the fucking thing.
Oh,
Okay.
don't miss.
Okay.
This is what I do. I can't do everything, but this I can fucking do.
Go ahead and make an attack roll, please, Drake.
Would a 20 work? Modded.
No. Yes.
Cute.
It's
I'll
true.
take
He once
That's
shot a
cute.
peanut off the top of my horn. He's really good.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, so this this arrow
What did
embeds
you
itself.
shoot your horn?
A peanut.
Ah.
True story.
It might not be a true story.
It probably was. I may have been drunk.
So the arrow embeds itself in the crocodile, who just like thrashes about, but it does let go of you, Esther, and it sort of dives.
I
into
drop my bow and
surface.
start pulling up again.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's an
Yeah,
arrow gone.
that's easy. That's easy enough.
Go and try and get it if you like.
That's easy enough to get you back up. Okay. So you have 3 on one side, 2 on the other.
Thank you,
You're right.
Drake.
No worries. Character rope.
It's got some bite marks in it.
This was my favourite rope. It was also my only rope. Right, at the two of you, who's
That's
the
my
lightest?
favourite shirt. It's me only shirt.
I know this might be a delicate question. Who's the lightest?
Damerus like sucks on his gut for a second. Well, I mean, I'm carrying, and I'm like ding, ding, carrying these, so I assume I'm probably slightly heavier.
Yeah.
In which case,
The crocs, I would say at this point do appear to be distracted.
I'm gonna tie. I'm gonna
all
try-
3 of us be ready to go.
All
try and do the
3.
same thing. But
Okay.
everyone else is, well, the last 2 have tried to do it.
Who should
You
helm
mean you're
this
not just gonna
roll?
smack your head on it? That was fun.
That was fun, obviously.
Velar, I will say, given the amount of people who are helping you, make an athletics check with advantage.
Hooray!
I have advantage.
I hate it.
18.
18, yeah, no, easily enough. You're sort of, you're not really sure at first, but then you sort of like bump into the rock, but then you're able to sort of readjust yourself after a few seconds and climb back up.
Damerus?
I like to tie it around myself and quietly just say a little prayer under my breath. And I'm gonna cry.
We got you.
Make your athletics check with advantage, please.
Okay, that would have been bad. 18.
18, yeah, same again. You're sort of like, you take a moment and like, you know, given your past experience in your archaeological efforts, you're kind of used to, you know.
Traversing dangerous places.
Yes,
maybe,
that's
yeah.
good for us. Yes, traversing dangerous places, but it's still not particularly pleasant, particularly when you know there are crocodiles about. But you manage to jump down and you time the swing right. You've got enough slack on the rope and you climb back up. You're a bit winded from climbing, but yeah, you managed to make it up safely.
Great job, everyone.
Do you have any more fish?
Let me check. Open my bag. There's one left. Sure.
I'm gonna drop it down to the one who got attacked with the arrow.
Okay.
And just be like, sorry. And then-
Pretty much like the.
What are you looking at me with a dirty look? It bit her!
I was just hungry.
That's fine. Esther is not food.
Esther
a
is
person.
friend,
Not
not food. Thank you,
Dangerously
Drake.
close to a reference.
Right.
I think that just straight up was.
Well,
That's why it's dangerously close. Being inside a crocodile's mouth is dangerously close to a crocodile.
That is. Well,
I
I
confirm.
would agree.
From recent experience, I can confirm.
Okay, so you all made it over to the other side of the freight bridge, and you look around and you can see the sunlight streaming in from the outside. From the outside, and so you can see now the water is sort of swirling and moving about, clearly being affected by the tides at this point. But you sort of make your way around on the path, the platform, so to speak. It's quite wide at this stage. It widens out to a good sort of 15 feet or so, and you see what looks to be a sort of a very makeshift base. You can see a couple of crates and crates that are acting as makeshift tables. Again, another couple of sort of left out tankards. There's a table which has a few coins left on it, and appears to have been left in a hurry. There's the odd, there's like 2 bedrolls which both look a bit damp, probably from the. Yes.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Every time. And you, and that's what you see in the immediate, and then sort of beyond all of this random stuff, you see what looks to be another area, but down below, like another sort of rock area platform, but below this one.
I think I'd like to cautiously move forward towards the edge so I can see more of what's going on below.
Okay. So you walk forward and you see some very crudely cut rock steps, stone steps, that have been and a lot of this rock has been sprayed with sea foam, and there's a very strong salty smell in the air. But you look over and you see steps leading down, and you can see more similar of these sort of large rock formations that acted as posts for the rope bridge. And you can see towards the you see a couple of large crates sat against the wall near the bottom of the stairs, and you also see a single rowboat that has been tied up.
Okay, I'd like to back away so I can't be seen by anyone down there if anyone was to come around.
You don't again, given the size of the area, you reckon that this place has probably been abandoned. Deserted. You can't see anyone in this area, and you couldn't see where there would be anywhere to hide either.
Well, there's no one there, but there is a rowboat. So,
I mean, at this point, are we just assuming that the Baron is gone? I guess our job is to find him, I suppose. I mean, I feel like we might get arrested by the watch if we go back empty-handed.
well, there is that.
We probably shouldn't have joked about, oh no, the money is gone, and so is the Baron.
Yes.
That seems short-sighted now.
Yes.
Well, everything's short-sighted.
Not me.
No,
We
you're
know
long-sighted.
you're long-sighted.
Who said that?
I mean,
There's some crates and shit down there as well. We might as well have a look.
yes, that's fair enough. Hopefully we can see maybe where they've gone to.
Yeah, find some hands, or at least something to return to the watch chain.
So not entirely
we know where they
empty-handed,
are. The bad
yes.
news is we don't have the Baron.
Can we see? So we're coming out. Basically, the cave comes out onto the sea, right, on the coast.
Pretty much, yeah. Like the sort of, it's quite a large cave mouth, so to speak. You can't really, from this angle, see any kind of beach or land or anything, but it does appear to, it very clearly opens out onto the sea.
Okay.
You'll probably,
So on the sea, can we see any ships or anything sailing away?
make a perception check.
Very well. Call it 18.
18.
Yes.
Cool. You see no ships.
Yes.
No, you look out. It's not a particularly wide view. Again, sort of doing the comparative narrowness of the cave opening. It's not a narrow opening. It's still pretty wide, but comparatively speaking.
Is it wider than average?
Stop it. But no, you don't see anything.
Okay.
Cool. I'd like to start carefully going down the stairs then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crates.
It's slippery.
Yeah.
But that's the extent of the danger, really. And you're highly dexterous.
I don't know what you're talking about. As I somersault downstairs.
You
That's plus 7.
not anymore.
I break my leg.
Oh, no. Let that be a lesson to all of you. You make your way down the steps, and you see, as I say, you see these two crates. You see these sort of large makeshift rope. Oh. I'm sorry. See you see this rowboat tied to one of these rocks.
Cool. And there's nothing in the crates or anything of interest.
So the crate, it is sort of, you'd have to try and sort of force it open.
I draw one of my short swords and jam it in there.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Oh, I should
You don't have thieves tools.
I do. I use my.
Use the
Yeah, I
crowbar.
go to do it and then go.
You would lockpick
Sheath
a
it.
crate.
No, I have a crowbar
Yeah.
in my
Oh, okay.
tools. Wedge that in there.
Make a thieves' source check.
That's a little bit better.
Alright.
21.
21. Easy enough. You open them up and they're not massive crates. They're like 4 foot square, about 4 foot cubed, I would say.
What's in
Full
there?
of
I can't see it.
Would you like me to find a box?
You
You find 20 pairs of
you see
socks.
what you wrapped up in cloth. You see like two bundles wrapped up in cloth. And you open them and it's rations.
Oh, I just pull them out.
Okay.
Just,
Third breakfast.
everyone grab some on your way past. Just make sure you know.
Can I have more? I've eaten mine.
Make a constitution.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not going to stop.
So yeah, we
Just fairly basic rations,
Yeah.
like jerky, bread, cheese.
yeah,
How
I
many
share
days
share out a
each,
couple.
Roughly.
There's not that much left. I'd say about 2 days worth each.
Cool. Yep, I'll pass it out. Everyone has 2 days worth of rations.
Yay.
I presume you open up the other crate?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, easy enough to do at this stage. And you see mostly
Where's that box?
you see a few most of them are just empty water skins or empty skins. You do, but there are a couple that are full, and you take one water, take another. Ooh, wine.
I take the water one and I pass the wine one to Drake.
Make a constitution. It's never not funny.
One day it's going to be true.
Indeed. 12 dragons. Yep. And that's all that's in that crate. Most of these other skins are empty.
Sweet. Oh, wine's
With the amount of empty skins, how many empty ones have been abandoned in this box roughly?
I'd say about 8.
If they've left 8 water skins behind and that crate of rations was pretty much empty, I feel like there was quite a substantial force here and they've taken everything that they could and they've ran.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole obviously them being stuck was a complete farce, the fact that they've obviously escaped, so how did they convince the watch that they were trapped?
But I'm going to guess that the watch didn't know about this passage. When we were asking about the Wizard's Tower in the first place, they didn't really have any details for us other than that the wizard doesn't live there anymore and they thought it was abandoned.
That's very true.
So I'm going to guess that they didn't know about half this shit.
Yes.
Better question. How do we get back? We came down a slide.
I could try and climb back up it, and I think
We can take
Esther,
the boat.
did you took a rope some of the way down?
So, about 50 feet.
There's a boat on some
Try and-
water.
Yeah, that's
Climb
the boat's
down.
tied up.
Rowboat tied up.
Or yes,
So
or we
or
could,
is it the sea?
Yeah.
So we're open to the sea now.
Yes.
would we know
We could row back
how
to the
far
boat.
was the village that we were from like the coast and stuff roughly, or would we have no idea?
I mean, you remember when you were
On the
interacting with
road,
fishermen
yeah.
and talking with the with the seagulls.
You were on the
Well,
beach.
watching people
Yeah,
talk
I'm
to
just trying to
seagulls.
think of like
Well, we didn't walk that far. We only
Geographically.
walked, what, total from the tower? 20
Like
minutes?
the tower is just outside the village, so it's like 5-10 minutes if that outside the village.
Yeah, and underground, in terms of the distance we walked from the tower, it was what, 20-30 minutes total?
something like that.
Yeah, so if we sail out to row out to sea just a little bit, we should be able to see
the cove,
very easily where the
hopefully.
village is.
Mhm.
That's probably
Okay.
the quickest way.
That's probably the best idea.
Does it look like there's enough room for all of us in a little boat?
Yes, just about.
Great.
Right, well, let's go. Is anyone proficient with vehicles of the aquatic variety?
Well, you wouldn't believe this. I pull out my navigator's tools. I mean, I didn't necessarily get all that much practice in doing these kind of things, but I understand the theory.
That's close enough.
I would also again point out this is a rowboat.
Hoist the mainsail! I guess just put on the front of the ship.
I mean, I guess you guys are probably stronger than me, so maybe
As you say, I think you two are the strongest. aren't you? So if you want to...
you wouldn't mind rowing us, ladies.
Yeah, thanks ladies. Appreciate it.
Okay.
I didn't mean that in an offensive way. I meant that in like I'm weak.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's all right, Damerus. You're good at other things.
Thank you.
So, so you all climb on board.
Yes.
So,
Charter course. Out of the cave.
all 20 feet of it.
Are you just standing at the ground?
No, home is on the ground.
Home is in front.
Oh god. Esther and Vela, please both just make strength checks.
I'm standing at the back and I have knocked an arrow just in case they tend to show up or something. But
Noted.
19.
11.
Yeah. No.
We just turn around.
It takes you a minute or so because you start drifting to the right, but then eventually the two of you manage to get your rhythm going.
Get
And
your
you-
shit together.
Something which Herb knows nothing about.
I learned about fibre today, though.
the more you know. Next time on Poop World.
If there was a camera in the way, I would storm out of this nonsense.
You brought this craziness on us. You did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't, Sarah.
He did.
I'm trying to make a beautiful story for all of you.
And we're just enjoying
Yeah.
parts of it. Interspersed. So we run.
I want to run.
And so you did describe as well.
So no, you run out of the cave easily enough, and you as you get out to sea, it's fairly calm at this time of day, but you do sort of, at a guess, you just have a look around as you get out, and you do spot off to the right. In fact, Damerus, you do spot in the distance, still within eye shot, but within distance, you see that old boathouse that you saw on the beach previously that was away from the pier. A small little jetty, rather.
Let everyone know. I think the village is this way, that way.
To that way.
Yes.
Avast.
Port. Wait.
Land ho!
What do you call me?
I called you a land ho.
That's better than a sea. You, so, for the sake of brevity, you row out to the right, and over the course of the next 25 minutes, you manage to make your way rowing out back towards the beach. You come up on land, reach the craft, and step out back, kind of where you started today. Actually, on the beach, talking to seagulls. As you pass, you do see they are still out to
Cyril.
sea. Make a perception check, brother.
That hasn't been all that long actually, has it, since we left?
No.
Natural 20.
You do spot Cyril diving for a fish with a fish in his mouth.
He gives you a cheeky wink.
So, and you all clamber out of the boat, and kind of, this weird feeling of like of having come full circle throughout the course of this adventure. and indeed of this whole episode. For that is where we will end today's adventure.
Next time on MaudeWorld.
So, okay, I have a question. If you were an animal, what would you be?